Number 32. Weather station models for 3 New York State cities on the same day at the same time are shown below. At the top, what you're saying is the different feathers. You have different cloud cover, weather temperature up at the top. On the bottom, you have the question and actual estate and the front that is coming through. Which map shows the front that was most likely passing through Rochester at the time? The first thing that you can really do is you can cancel out questions answer number one and number three. If the storms looked like this, which I mean, it really realistically wouldn't happen like this, but if it did happen like this, all three of these stations would have the same forecast because they're all on the same line. They're right at the front of the storm, so they all have different temperatures and everything else. So that doesn't work. The key here is, that you still have number 2 and number 4 left, is to look at what are we trying to find. Well, the S, represented by Syracuse, is 78 degrees. It's pretty hot. Rochester, the R, is 72 degrees, which is, still nice. And N, which represents Niagara Falls, is a little bit cool. So what you should be able to recognize is that it's getting colder as you go from Niagara to Syracuse. So if you're pointing towards Syracuse, the front of the storm right here should be a cold front because the cold air is rolling in from Niagara Falls to Syracuse. And the way you can tell this is that it's pointing towards Syracuse. Either of these, they're both pointing towards Syracuse. And you say, I don't know what these symbols mean, these stupid round and triangle things, who knows? But again, we can go to the Earth Science reference table. When we go to the reference table, you can see that the triangles represent a cold front, the half circles represent a warm front. Now when we go back to the page, we can see that number 4 has a warm front, number 2 has a cold front. And we already determined that it's colder behind the storm. So these are pointing in the direction in which they're moving. So either the warm front is moving towards Syracuse or the cold front is moving towards Syracuse. If the cold front is moving towards Syracuse, the cold weather should be behind it. Therefore, it should be colder in Niagara. So, number 2 is the correct answer. Another thing that's important to recognize, which is shown in both of these, is that this full black area represents full cloud cover. And it also means it's going to be raining there. So whenever we have a front, you typically have a low pressure system or it's going to be really rainy because these two areas are meeting each other, causing rain, which you're going to have cloud cover for.